cows and of course new potatoes. But for one weekend of the year, it's the home of the Jersey Rally.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Jersey. At 9 miles by 5 miles, the largest of the Channel Islands with its stunning coastline and golden beaches. With flowered promenades and leafy lanes, the pace is usually tranquil. But every October, the speed limits are there to be challenged. 84 rally cars are here on the island, scrutineered and noise tested, ready to start. All they need is for the driver to arrive on time. And that's where co-driver Donald Wyatt has a big problem.
Don, no mark at the moment and not too long to go until the start. Just explain to us what's happened.
Well, unfortunately, Mark was held up with an accident on the M6 last night on the way to Manchester Airport. Landed at the airport about 5 minutes ago. It's a 20-minute drive to the airport. We have about 35 minutes, so it's going to be tight, but hopefully it'll have him wound up for the first stage anyway.
The car's here, you're here, everything's been scrutineered, everything's official, so as long as he makes it here by his start time, everything will be fine?
That's correct, everything will be fine, and it's a nice sunny day, so everything's crossed.
Steve Leonard is due a good result at his home event and hopes it will be this year.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried this year. Simon's had a really good year, and there's a lot of quick drivers here this year, so I'm hoping local knowledge might help me out a bit. Hoping to have a good weekend.
Wearing the number 1, Simon Major was hoping for his 3rd Jersey win. Was he feeling the pressure?
Well, no more than any other rally. I mean, this is a relaxing rally for us, to be honest. We've had a busy year, done some pretty competitive events over in the UK, and we always look forward to coming over to Jersey, really for the holiday, more than anything else. It just so happens there's a rally here. A
closed road event. Marshals at the ready. This is the Longville stage. 3 runs through here. On the start line with Simon Major and Brian Kamak, 2 days and night stages ahead. The 2011 pay-per-click Jersey Rally is go, go, go. A fairly short stage at 2.52 miles, Major, testing stage conditions. Steve Leonard in the zone. Let's have an early look at these stages and go on board. Everyone expected a battle between the 2 escorts. Leonard 1 second off Major's time. We could hear it in the distance. He's made it. Straight off the plane, and now he's piloting the 6R4 Jasper on stage. And setting the 2nd fastest time on this run. Quickest so far, Dave Kinnison and Andy Russell in the Audi A3, and sounding awesome. On the 2nd run, Simon Chapman, 6R4, adding to the harmony.
It is, it's wonderful, it's great fun. Every gear change is a delight. But had a good run through there, took 5 seconds off our first time, so quite pleased with that.
First time on the island for co-driver Paul Brown, sitting in with Jersey-born Stuart Fossey. They were lying 5th overall after 2 stages. Stuart's wife, Teresa Fossey, was on the notes for first-timer Ben Burt.
Still very slippy out there, but we're having a good run. Just putting in some times. Obviously, it's my first time here, and a little bit tentative to start with, but having a good time.
In the battle of the top two escorts, Major was happier after his second run and was lying third overall.
Yeah, it's a bit better that time. The first stage went out on some pretty old tyres, and they just weren't working at all. It's very, very slippy in there. But it was a lot better that time, a bit more grip.
Steve Leonard was having his own problems, but was fastest on stage 2 and lying second overall.
Yeah, it's really slippy. Had a few problems with electrical problems on the first stage, but the second stage just went well, so hoping to catch a bit of time back up.
On their first ever Jersey rally and finding themselves top of the leaderboard after 2 stages, David Kynaston and Andy Russell. A regular on this event, Andy Corner, brings the whole family over. Son Dan, just 9 seconds behind Dad at the end of stage 4.
170. 6 left, continues. Into turn, square left. Square left.
Normally seen in his Mark 1 Escort, but making his debut in the newly built Mark 2, Rob de St Pierre made history in this event a few years ago after crashing into his own house. Pete Rayner, not happy with his first stage, but he's now settled in nicely.
Terrible first stage, but that was just a driver. But after that, we've settled down, slowed down, and now we're going quicker. So, good, very good.
Into Trinity for the afternoon stages. Favourite stage with the drivers, but disaster is waiting for Mark Jasper and Dom Wyatt as their rear hub snaps, throwing the car off stage and into retirement. Dave Kynaston dropping a few valuable seconds with this minor incident. Ben Burt and Teresa Fossey were really enjoying this 5-miler in the Darien T9. But changing conditions on this stage saw the Darien slip on some mud. The result is damage and another retirement.
Well, it was a bit of bank 1, Darien 0, to be honest. No, we just came into a corner, didn't feel too fast really, and just hit some mud, and it was kind of game over.
Up to 10th overall in the Mark 1 Escort, Adrian Brown and Paul Arbery. In the X, Le Boniac Cosworth, Lee Vivian and Richard Hollick were now 9th overall. Pete Rayner and Richard Bonner now finding their pace and were up to 8th. Having an amazing day and absolutely flying in the Nova, up to 7th, just 1 second in front of Rayner, Julian Wilkes and Will Rutherford. The top 6, Ray O'Donoghue and Kathy Elliott were 6th. Enjoying these Trinity stages, Jeremy Bodan and James Olivero up to 5th. Kynaston and Russell were 4th overall. 3rd, Fossey and Brown. Steve Leonard and Sean Humphreys 2nd overall, but were to drop at least 20 seconds with this excursion into a field.
Square left, plus.
Square right.
Yeah. Reverse. No. Just calm down. Square
That
left,
was a big chunk of time
40.
lost for the local crew.
Careful. And one left.
So at the end of the Friday daylight stages, rally leaders Simon Major and Brian Kamak with a margin of 23 seconds. So here's confirmation of the leaderboard after 7 stages. And look at the fight between Wilkes and Rayner, just 1/10 of a second in it. Just 5 seconds separate Fossey and Kynaston, but it's last year's winners out in front. It's time for those night stages.
So here we are with the leaders as we head into the night stage. Nerve-wracking times?
No, I'm looking forward to it. We love the night stages. We've got some good lights on the front, so hopefully be able to see. And we've been eating plenty of carrots, so it should be okay.
So the first of the night stages. Rossell, a short blast along the fast coast road, and the early runners lucky enough to get through before darkness fell.
1 right, 170, 2 right, 150.
keeping the pressure on just half a second between cars 1 and 2 on this stage.
For left long, opens 60 and 6 rights, 170.
Kynaston just 1 second behind. And just 1 second behind the Audi on this stage, Fossey on a mission. Baudin matching Fossey's time.
Very positive about the night. I've got Dan very close behind me, well, as in now 1 place behind me, so he's on a bit of a mission, but he did actually borrow my tyres for 1 stage, but they've been on there for 4 stages now, so I might have to pull rank in a little while.
Darkness was falling. From this stage, the crews went on to Archie Rundell. O'Donoghue and Cathy Elliott were looking forward to it.
A lot of people find it quite difficult when it gets dark to actually be able to navigate your way around. Obviously, a navigator's sitting there studying notes, but it is tough, isn't it?
It is tough, but Cathy is very experienced and she's actually a very good navigator, so you know, I get a good feel for the notes and we work well together.
The longer of the 2 night stages, and this was dark. No street lights in sight, but that didn't deter our leaders, fastest by 3 seconds. Leonard couldn't afford to lose any more time. This is the closest anyone could get to major. Fossey and Brown, third on this stage. Matching times for Baudin and Kynaston. The mixed crew of O'Donoghue and Elliott still working well together. And after watching Dave West go through, let's get back on board with our leaders.
Into 4 left and 3 right, tightens and 5 right. 80, turn square left, 5 right, immediate, and...
So here's the leaderboard at the end of day 1. Those extra challenging night stages complete, it's still all to play for. Join us after the break. Welcome back to the Pay-Per-Clicks Jersey Rally 2011 for the 2nd day's action. With the crews reseeded overnight, the first stage of the day would be at Greve de Lec. Another early morning start. Let's catch up with some crews further down the field. Guernsey's top seeds, Kev Rummans and Kay Taylor, were to drop out of the main rally with suspension problems. But the problem was fixed.
So, Kev, a few problems last night. Just explain what happened, because you're in the trophy race today.
Yeah, we just had, came out of Trinity, really bad knocking noises from the front end, and turned out to be a C suspension unit, but it just took us too long to find it.
So taking over as the Guernsey top driver, Chris Theroux.
So we're pedalling as hard as we can with the lead Guernsey car at the moment, so I'm just hoping I can hold it together. Hopefully we'll finish.
Dan Corner was another that dropped out of the main event, but after a long night, he was back out in the trophy rally.
Well, the second run through Rizal last night, it was going all right, and then it went on to a bit of a misfire. Got to the end of the stage and realised it dropped a valve, so was going to give up, but managed to find an engine in someone's road car, and we finished at 3:30 this morning, and then got it back in.
A big personality on the Jersey rally scene is JJ Gallagher. His co-driver, Jackie Corcoran, had never sat in a rally car until the morning of the event.
It's a great morning. Glorious sunshine again, once again. Good and breezy. Spectators brilliant out there this morning.
Onto the St. Juan stage, another big favourite with the drivers at 5.4 miles long, very fast and very challenging.
80 and 5 right.
So back on board with Stevie Leonard and Sean Humphreys, and things weren't going exactly to plan.
602, square left. Whoa.
Dave Kynaston was next on stage, hoping for an incident-free run. Leonard got back out, but was showing some damage. Still flying the 6R4 flag, Simon Chapman was just outside the top 10 after the first day, but we'd soon see him climb a few places. Andy Corner, a bit bleary-eyed after helping son Dan fit the new engine overnight, but that wasn't affecting his driving. Let's go on board the Peugeot, aid camp on the notes.
200. Fast medium right 60. Easy left past crossroads 40. Fast right long tightens to 60 to hairpin left. 60. Fast medium left open to fast left long 60. Easy right 60.
Baudin sitting in fifth after the first day, hoping to get back on the pace and improve on that position. Just 12 seconds behind second place Leonard, Fossey was pushing. At the end of day one, Julian Wilkes was 8th on the leaderboard. Swapping ties with Pete Rayner, this was an amazing battle. Another run through St. 1. Back on board, Car 2 Stevie Leonard and Sean Humphreys' luck was about to run out.
We've lost first gear.
In a second. And 5 right long, no, and turn square left, immediate square right. Pull over, don't brake. Pull over in there, pull over in there. Clutch it, clutch it. Clutch is in.
The gearbox cries enough. They were forced to retire. So that was Major's closest rival out of the rally.
Quite a shame, because we're having a great battle there. But we can't let off at all. There's a long way to go still, and anything can happen. And this rally does have a habit of biting your back.
Very true. This rally can bite back. Had Stuart Fossey seen that Leonard had retired and that theoretically he was now second overall. But still on a charge, the Escort clipped a bank, tipping it over another retirement. So that saw a few crews climbing places on the leaderboard. 10 stages to go, on to Grouville. This first hairpin, well documented and one everyone wanted to see. Ron Allen running 0, seeing how tight and difficult this corner would be. It was just another day at the office for Major. Not to be outdone, Kynaston's on form as well. This was an excellent opportunity to show off your skills to the handbrake judges. The handbrake award goes to Pete Rayner.
Into fast right continues for 80. Turn square left.
Back on board with Andy Corner and Aid Camp. They've been looking forward to this stage all weekend.
To turn a cube right very tight. Is this the one? This is the one.
The Peugeot Duo were also leading the front-wheel drive class. Looking favourites to win Class C, Dave West and Keith Ansell. Second in that class, Anton Shaw and Michelle Humphreys. In the same class as Julian Wilkes, and having to settle for second in that group, Stuart Thompson and Lee Dare. Paul King and Alicia Miles with their own tactics for this hairpin. Dave Edmonds also uses the event as an excuse for a family holiday. Son Chris was not making it to the end after breaking a drive shaft. And after a long search, we did manage to find another member of Dave's entourage. The Rummerall brothers have much improved over the years, up to 22nd overall, even after this lost time. Andy Fortinbridge managed to get the big quattro round these stages and finished 28th overall. JJ Gallagher had lost most of his gearbox, but he got to the end. 50 finishers in all. Running after the main event, the Trophy Rally. Kevin Rummans and Kay Taylor the winners. Back in the main event, let's check out the top 10. So after 2 grueling days of Jersey stages, finishing 10th overall and winning Class C, Dave West and Keith Hanslow.
Dark stuff last night was fantastic.
That's where we got back in the rally, really. Yeah.
No, our rally started in the dark.
It's quite rare, isn't it, to be able to do a closed stage and
Night
in
stages,
the dark.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal event, and I hope everyone more in the dark as well next year.
Yeah, it's got a good set of lights on it, isn't it? We can see where we're going. It does help.
Only just getting to the finish, dropping from 4th to 9th overall, Ray O'Donoghue and Kathy Elliott.
And all of a sudden I lost all gears and I had to pull in. I knew Lee Vivian was running 30 seconds behind me, so I thought, well, I don't want to ruin his race, so I waited until he went through, and Kathy was banging it and I was pulling it, and eventually we got some gears, and we were lucky to get through the stage, to be honest with you.
Finishing 8th overall, Chris Lebonac and Richard Hollage.
Borrowed car, borrowed gearbox, and as you know, it's not exactly the top car like a lot of the ones that are in front of me, so I've had a good run. I've probably got the best I could have out of the car.
Having come out of retirement for this event, Chris was driving extremely well, and I think credit to him for the hairpins, because they weren't easy and everyone was perfect, so it's been a great event.
Very pleased to get the 6R4 across the line, Simon Chapman and Sean Moriarty.
I love driving it as much as people love listening to it. Every gear change is a delight, so yeah, it's been fantastic. It's run reliably, first time together, and it's been really good to get out there and have some fun.
An amazing first Jersey rally for Julian Wilkes and Will Rutherford, 6th.
Jersey made us feel very welcome. It was a great event. We had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, lanes are brilliant, the car's great, it's gone really well for 2 days, Juice driven well obviously, and
yeah, it's
just
good
fun.
The Cosworth finished. Lee Vivian and Rob Hanna, 5th.
Tough battle this afternoon, and we've really pulled our finger out, and we had a great battle with that Nova. You know, it's absolutely amazing. The guys are fantastic, and they've pushed us to the limit.
Very pleased with 4th overall, Pete Rayner and Richard Bonner.
We are chuffed to bits. The boys have worked so hard this weekend. We've had lots of problems with bolts breaking on the 5-link bars on the axle, and have kept us in the rally, and we've got a result at the end of the day. Just wrapped. We really are wrapped.
Holding station and finishing 3rd overall, Jeremy Bowden and James Olivero.
Friday was a hard drive, and then today we've had a few issues, but we got there at the end and we've come in 3rd.
Their first visit to Jersey, 2nd overall for Dave Kinniston and Andy Russell.
Very happy, yep, good, fantastic.
A very hard couple of days.
We were having an accident on most corners, but we just got away with 99% of them, and not that one.
So the winners of the 2011 Paperclips Jersey Rally, Simon Major and Brian Kamek.
Simon's managed to get a monkey off of his back this weekend, because it's the first time he's won from running car 1. Every other time he's run car 1, we've had a problem and either haven't finished or retired or something to slow us down. So that's a good one to get out of the way.
Brian's done a fantastic job as well all weekend, fantastic, and the service crew and everyone who's helped us, so big thanks to all of them. It has not been easy at all. Steve Leonard and Sean Humphries give us a right old battle, virtually all rally. It's just really unfortunate they had a transmission problem, I think, in the end. So, no, fair play to them. They pushed us hard. And after that, it weren't easy either. You know, we had to pace ourselves. We still had David Kinniston pushing hard behind us, and it weren't easy at all. We had to just go there for the finish, but you know what it's like. It's so easy just to make a silly mistake around here. So we're delighted with the win.
So that's it, the end of the 2011 Jersey Rally. 29 stages in its 29th year. Congratulations to Simon and Brian on winning the event for the second time in a row. We hope you've enjoyed all the action here from Jersey. Bye for now.